Hi everyone. The verse we're going to reflect on today is Psalm 146 verse 9. So let's read that. Yahweh preserves the foreigners. He upholds the fatherless and widow. But the way of the wicked he turns upside down. The context of this verse starts early in the psalm when the author says that they will praise God as long as they live. Then they instruct the listeners to not put their confidence in powerful people because they won't be able to help you. But in contrast, the author says in verse 5, happy are those who have the God of Israel as their helper, whose hope is in the Lord their God. And then the author lists off many things that God is. He is the creator of everything. He keeps every promise he makes. He gives justice, sets prisoners free, lifts burdens, loves the righteous, and finally, the verse that we talked about, he protects the foreigners, cares for the fatherless and widow, and frustrates the plans of the wicked. The psalmist is provoking us to be careful not to put our hope and trust in people, but to put our hope and trust in God. He says we will be happy or blessed if we put our hope in God, who cares for issues of justice, the broken, the poor, the widow, the fatherless, the abandoned, and those heavy laden. This doesn't mean that if we find ourselves in one of these categories of people and then pray and tell God we're trusting him, that we'll get whatever we want and think we need. Maybe it boils down to this. If we can trust God's sovereignty over all things, then we don't have to panic when we face trials in life that are unfair or at least appear unfair to us. And we can open our hand and loosen the grip on whatever we're trying to manage and wrestle through, and just trust that God is going to do good things somehow, and we can find joy in him despite it all. Today, if you feel like the foreigner, the orphan and widow, God will not forget you. He cares for you, and he can be your source of stability and joy in relationship with him. It's not just about what he may provide for us when we're in need, but the joy of rest in relationship with a caring God that leads us to say that we're blessed when we put our hope in him. I hope you have a blessed day.